All right, we're recording. All right, here we go. Greetings, everyone. I am a few seconds behind. Thanks for tuning in. Getting things set up around here. Today was trash day, so I was just putting out the trash. Like you care whether today is trash day or not. Good to see you. Good to be here. Happy to be participating in the UpViral Co-Pilot Show. I think we have a good one for you today. Let me know in the chat where you're from, all that kind of stuff. And can you hear me? That kind of stuff. I also have to set up the Facebook. So let me get that set up really quickly. Loud and clear. Perline from Singapore, UK, can only be here for the first 10 minutes. Guess I better talk fast, huh? Sorry. Share to a group. I have to put it in the UpViral group and go live. Paul, good to see you. JD. There will be a replay, of course. The replays are always available in not only your UpViral account, but they're also available in the UpViral group, as well as the UpViral Facebook, the UpViral YouTube channel. I've got to get my monitor working over here. Good morning. Deborah's here. Good morning, Deborah. Christoph from Switzerland. Good to see you. Now you're confusing me, Christoph, because it says Christoph Paul. Those are like two first names. What's a guy supposed to do with that? Just kidding. Just kidding. I am Mitch. For those of you who don't know me yet, thanks for being here. I am the host of the Co-Pilot Show for UpViral. If you don't happen to know, there's a plaque behind me. The plaque says they gave me this award, whatever it's called. I don't know, there's a fancy word for it. When I achieved 250,000 leads in my UpViral account, I have over 7 years of experience working with UpViral and running contests and lead magnets and all that kind of stuff we're going to talk about today. So that's why I'm here to help you do that. Steve's here, always here. Thank you, Steve, for always being here. Here's something I want you to do. If you happen to know somebody who either uses UpViral or should be using UpViral, send them in a little note, a little message, a little ping, and say, hey, you really ought to come over and watch this show. There's some freaky cool stuff going on. I think you'd like it. So let's do what we preach about, and that's invite other people, right? The whole goal here is to invite other people to learn how to do that. Yes, Herman says, hello, going to be driving but listening. Thank you. Don't be watching the screen. You can always watch the replay. Safe. Be safe, Herman. Good to see you, though, Herman. Haven't seen you in a while. Dang it. I keep forgetting that that thing happens. You guys don't care, but there's something that happens on my computer every time I switch accounts. I hope I don't need that function. Anyway, so what we're going to talk about today, and poor Paul, was it Paul? Alina's here. Good to see you, Alina. Thanks for popping in. Troy from Warren. See, even I can't read. Troy from Phoenix. Did you guys hear a sound? I didn't even hear the sound. I bet that's because I don't have my settings right in Zoom. I bet that's what that is. So many things. So many things. If I do this and then do... Actually, I didn't hear it, but I think you did. There's a cash register sound. Anyway, who was it that had to leave? JD. Sorry, JT. You're going to miss out on all the good stuff. Yes, we heard it. Mark says. Good to see you. All right. I sometimes like to play these little sounds for fun. Prakash from India. Welcome. Can you share the Facebook group link? Lois. I always struggle with names. I apologize if I butcher your name. If my thing was working, I would be able to do that. But I bet Deborah has the link. Deborah, can I beg you? Claudia's here from the Netherlands. Good to see you. Kiki's here. Good to see you. Deborah is here, of course. So much better here in Zoom. I mispronounce it every time. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Loeth. Is that right? Loeth? Hey, I mispronounce my wife's name all the time. Loeth says, finally, yay, I did it, Loeth. Loeth. I mean, it's so obvious, right? L-O-H, Lo-ith. Don't ask me to pronounce your last name. People can't pronounce my last name either, by the way. And it's spelled A-U-N-G-E-R. It's pronounced Aunger, but a lot of people say Anger and Unger and everything else. So people butcher me too. And I've been called other things than Mitch. All right, today's show, we're going to show you some good stuff. This is kind of sort of a repeat of stuff that we have talked about before. Oh, no, not a repeat, Mitch. Come on. This is important stuff. And we're probably going to talk about different things here and there in the conversation today. But the main goal here is to show you 7 numbers, kind of vague. I used the same number 7 as the last time I did the show early on in the series of the co-pilot shows last year sometime, maybe a whole year ago. I don't know. Deborah, we already got the link. Mark posted it. Claudia says, I like the number 7. Lucky 7, right? But what we're, Mitch, get the title out, will you? What we're going to talk about is 7, at least, if not more, ways to use UpViral that aren't contests. What? Do you feel the earth shaking? Actually, earthquake. Do you feel the earth shaking? Yes, it's true. There are more ways than one to use UpViral. I know it's shocking. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Please let me know. JD's got his hand up. JD, I don't think since you're going to leave in 5 minutes that I'm going to answer your question. Oh, he's gone, or he put his hand down. Let me know at any point if you have questions. I am watching the chat. It's right there. So what do you say we get started? Anybody? Bueller, you ready? All right. So Zoom. The first thing I'm going to do, first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. Anybody know that song? I'm going to go over to preview and make sure that I have the first window. I've got slides. They're over here in preview. And we're going to show this one multiple times. I'm pretty sure that Zoom doesn't show its own chat, but I'm going to move that window out of the way. Steph, the Facebook link was just posted above. If you just got here. I haven't actually checked. Oh, Darmood's over here in Facebook, so that seems to be up and running. Deborah posted the Facebook link. Thank you, Deborah. All right, so let me do this. I didn't see it above either. Oh, gosh. See? Mark sent it earlier to panelists only, and that's one of the joys of Zoom. If you don't put panelists and attendees in your Zoom chat, then only I get to see it. So I saw it, but I didn't realize that it only said panelists. All right, please also tell me, I think you can see the screen, but if I'm doing Zoom wrong, that's always the problem. Darmood says, your name pronunciation is improving. Thank you. Yes, can see the screen. All right. So where can you make magic? And I've started calling it magic because I think it's magic. These are more than 7 ways of using UpViral. Now, I recognize that UpViral sells UpViral based on contests, right? Or sweepstakes, giveaways, whatever word you want to use in your neck of the woods. Primarily because contests are great ways of using UpViral to grow your business. However, there's all these different ways that you can use UpViral, and we're going to go through some of them. But I want you to recognize that this can replace every, and I'm going to repeat that, replace every place that you do an opt-in, whether it's a sales page or an opt-in for a webinar or a challenge or a wait list or product launch formula stuff, whether you do surveys, order confirmations, summits, membership welcome pages, Facebook group signups, hello, newsletter signups, Facebook lead ads, all of these places, every freaking place you can think of that has a thank you page, an opt-in and a thank you page, you can replace your current process with UpViral. All right. Does that make sense? Is anybody's mind going bling yet? Are you expanding? See, I don't know why I can't hear those, but that's all right. Tell me more, Claudia says. I'm excited. This is why I am so excited about UpViral. The more I think about it, the more I think it really applies. All right, now I do want to go back and I know you're excited. Claudia is excited, but I do want to show you a couple of things first, right? I want to set the expectation for everybody with a couple of things. Have you missed much, Dermos? No. Number one, and I did the wrong button. Number one, email is not dead. For all of you who have thought for the longest time that email is dead, I have experience after experience after experience to show you that that's not true. In fact, I'll give you a quickie. AJ, is one of my students, ran a campaign last year for sorority sisters. You know the social sharing stuff that we do in UpViral? When we went in and looked at the data, 17 to 21-year-olds, 22, college age young ladies, the number one way they shared the campaign with others and brought in referrals. And by the way, AJ got 3-to-1 referrals on that campaign. For every person that signed up, he got 3 referrals on average. The best place they shared these young ladies was on Facebook. No, it wasn't on Facebook. It wasn't on Twitter. It wasn't anywhere, but they shared it most on email, which shocked the kajibers out of me. But if you're not looking at your data, you would never see that. And it beat the expectations by a ton, which shocked the kajibers out of me. Shocked me. I tell you, it shocked me. All right. So, why do we talk about this? I'm going to run through a couple of quickies. Here's one. The money is in your list. You guys know that. I'm just going to do it this way. If you're not building your list, it is costing you money. Now, why do I talk about that? The value of a lead is, by the marketing people, $1 per lead per month. Okay? I don't have my fancy buttons set up to do this, but if you get 1,000 leads and you don't do any other lead generation, at $1 per lead per month. That's $12,000 a year of revenue. Marketing, your mileage may vary. But if you do 1,000 leads per month, where is my other slide? Here's the first year. If you do 1,000 leads per month, and I know everybody can't necessarily do 1,000 leads per month, that's $78,000 of new revenue to your business. I don't know why you guys aren't doing this, right? If you're not doing it, you should be doing it. Generate your list, add leads, use UpViral to do the viral bump, and let's get to it. All right, so I want to show you one more thing. Let's see. The study of buying patterns over 72 million customers in 14 different industries, 40 times as many purchases came from links in emails than came from Facebook or Twitter. Do you guys hear me? Do you hear what I'm talking about here? Where's my chat? There it is. 40 times as many purchases come from links in emails. So you better be selling in your email list. Joe says, I serve real estate brokerage offices. Can this work for helping them? Let me ask you this, Joe. When I go, Mitch and his wife, Connie, because I can remember her name, we go to an open house on Sunday. Somebody's selling a house. What is the thing that you, Joe, you, the real estate person, asked me to do? You asked me to sign this little piece of paper that has my name, my phone number, and my email address on it. Are you generating lists, Joe? Then the answer is yes, UpViral can do this for you. One of the things we talked about a week or two ago, I think it might have been in my mastermind. It might have been here. I don't remember. Might have been here. QR codes. Why are you making me fill out this list? Why don't you have a QR code that people can point their face or their smartphone at and opt in electronically right there while they're there? You should be doing that too. And if that were an UpViral campaign that you have them opt into, I need to put this one down on the list of 20 different ways of using UpViral. Do an UpViral campaign. And the second part, and we're going to talk about the process again, the second part of that is asking them to refer somebody else and incentivizing them to do that. All right, so let's get to the meat of motion, right? Very interesting question from Demetrios. Claudia, Demetrios, I'm going to get to that in a minute. All right, you hold on to that. If I don't get to it right away, ask it again. Let me go to, let's see, see, these aren't sorted. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this in a little bit of detail. Claudia stated about links in emails. It is the power of micro influencers. I'm going to ring the bell for her on this one. Claudia's got this right on. And I hadn't thought about that term, micro influencers. That's a good term. I like that. Personal referrals, they share it one-on-one. Bingo. Not Deborah. Claudia, you got it absolutely right. Those emails I was talking about with those sorority sisters, those are one-on-one communication. This sorority sister, Betty Lou, sends it to her friend, Connie. Hey, look at this campaign, this contest or whatever. You should be in it. The power of that is amazing because Betty Lou is influencing Connie to sign up. Connie's going to sign up because Betty said she should. Has really nothing to do. It does have something to do with the offer at that point. But the micro influencer, I like that word. Thank you for that word. I'm going to use that one. Micro-influencer effect is so freaking true. That's what we're doing here. All right, as a quick refresher, I want to get through this, but this is the key to the process. In the left-hand side, and you should see my cursor over here on the left-hand side, direct traffic is coming into an opt-in page. The opt-in page is the key to this process. Every place you have an opt-in page, you can put UpViral in the process. Assuming you've got a good offer on the opt-in page, whether it's a lead magnet or a webinar or a product launch or a wait list, people are going to opt in. Those people become a lead, right? They have opted in. They have said, yes, Mitch, I want you to email me about other stuff or this stuff or whatever. I want something maybe for free. Okay, you with me? The opt-in is a lead. I say that and I emphasize that because some people don't understand. We're not talking sales here. We're just talking about somebody who gives you an email address. And that email address, if I go back to that previous slide, is worth $1 per month per email, right? $1 per month. That's on average. I know people that are getting $5 or $6 per lead. I know people that are getting 10 cents per lead because they're not doing a good job of marketing to their list. It all depends on your business and your ability to sell to them. But we're not talking about sales here. This is lead gen. All right, so people end up on the thank you page or the share page that UpViral likes to use the word share page. On that share page, this is the difference. We are asking people, hey, you opted in for this thing, this webinar, this contest, this whatever. I bet you know somebody who might be interested. Would you mind sharing this with somebody else? Now, this is the magic, right? This is the joy of UpViral. I've mentioned it a million times. This is why you bought UpViral. And for those of you, I know there's people out there that say, well, UpViral is costing me $79 a month. All it takes, listen to me here, you think that's a lot of money, $79. All you've got to do to pay for UpViral forever in your business is to get 79 or 49 or 149, whatever plan you're on. Get that number of leads. Get 100 leads on your email list, and it's paid for itself every month going forwards because you're going to be marketing those people. You could mark them as my $79 or my 79 people that are paying for my UpViral license, and it never costs you a dime virtually after that. Alina says, and we're going to get to this, but I might as well address it now. This is the key. And so why would they want to share it with someone else as part of the thank you page? What is the incentive? All right, pay attention, Alina, or Alana, or however I butcher it. The thank you page, you ask them to share. Let me finish this part of the process. When they share, and it could be social media, it could be email, it could be Messenger, it could be WhatsApp or whatever, right? When they share that, they are bringing what UpViral calls the viral loop or referred traffic into your campaign. If those people opt in, they become leads. So that was the thing I was talking about earlier where Betty Lou invites Connie. Now, Connie was not somebody who saw my marketing. She's not somebody that's in my world. But because Betty Lou sent that to Connie, and Connie comes through this viral loop, this green loop up at the top, she becomes referred traffic. So there's a difference in UpViral words with direct traffic and referred traffic, and we may get to that later, but the concept is important. The direct traffic is people that you know, whether you have them on your existing list or whether they're in your Facebook group, or you're bringing them in via Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever. Those are your direct traffic people. These referred traffic people are brand new to you. They don't know you from Adam. They're cold traffic, sort of, but Connie coming in this case is semi-warm traffic because Betty Lou recommended her, right? The micro influencer that Claudia was talking about before. Now, we're still getting to the ethical bribe, the reason that Alina asked the question, what's in it for them? What we do here on the thank you page is we say, I'll give you an example. I have a lead magnet for my newsletter. I want you to sign up to get on my newsletter because I want you to be aware of all the UpViral stuff that I share. And I'm not trying to get you, but I'm telling you, this is what you're doing in your business, right? I'm trying to get people into my world by getting them on my newsletter. That's the opt-in page. I got to tell them why they should sign up. On the thank you page, what I'm doing is saying, okay, Betty Lou, thank you for signing up for my newsletter. Guess what? If you bring me 3 leads, if you bring me 3 referrals in this loop process, and they sign up, this is the key, they have to sign up in the opt-in. UpViral tracks those people because the link that Betty Lou shares is unique to her. So UpViral can track all this stuff, right? It knows that Betty Lou brought in Connie that I was talking about before. UpViral knows that. If you weren't using UpViral, you would have to ask Betty Lou or Connie when Connie signs up, who referred her. You could do it, but it's more challenging if it's a manual tracking process. That's part of the reason why you bought UpViral. And yay, good for you for buying UpViral. Now, on this page, on my newsletter, when Betty Lou gets there, I say, hey, Betty Lou, if you invite 3 people, I'm going to give you a $97 training, blah, 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 whatever it happens to be. But all you've got to do, and I don't say make it negative sounding, I make it, I don't know why I have my headphones on. I was checking the comments over on the Facebook group. Hi, all you people on the Facebook group. Thank you for being here. The ethical bribe answers Alina's question, what are you offering them? There's all kinds of things. If you go back to one of the very early UpViral shows, I gave you a list of about 50 things that you potentially could be offering as this ethical bribe, as this bonus, right? So in this chart, when a new lead comes in, UpViral checks. In the example I was talking about before, Betty Lou comes in, she opts in, she shares, Connie comes in, UpViral says, oh, that person was referred by Betty Lou, right? Does Betty Lou have, in my case, the example I'm showing, 3 referrals yet? If Connie is the 3rd one, then send this bonus incentive via email to Betty Lou. All right. So UpViral is keeping track of all that for you, keeping track of the number of referrals based on points and whether or not Betty Lou has enough points to get that bonus. If she does, then the bells ring and Betty Lou gets the referral. Joe, good question. I'm going to get to that in a second. Demetrios says, word of mouth advertising. I was taught in my sales career to be the #1 tactic. Whether we made a sale or not, we had to ask for referral. Bingo. Absolutely true. This is the unsung, untapped market for your business. I'll give you an example. I have a client that's running a campaign right now. We are getting 30% referred signups. 30%. Now, a lot of people are going, oh, 30%, that's not very much. But if you walk out there, Demetrios, if you walked out to your teacher and said that you were getting 30% referrals, your teacher would jump up and down. Right? That's 30% free traffic to you. Costs you virtually nothing to make that happen. Obviously, you have some infrastructure costs and delivery costs, potential, blah, blah, blah. But they're virtually free. You go tell any marketer out there that's running Facebook ads and they get 100 opt-ins and you say, well, I could give you 30 more, costs you virtually nothing. They're going to jump up and down and they're going to hug you and they're going to beg you and they're going to say, oh, please, how would I do that in my business? 30% would be crazy. Go back to my example of AJ. He got 300%. You tell anybody that you bring in one person on the front end and that person brings you 3 more. Oh my gosh, you got goosebumps. I got goosebumps on my arm just thinking about it. My average, by the way, if you look at that plaque back there, my average is 43%. Of those 250,000 leads, 113,000 of those were referred free leads for my clients. Hello? Oh, sorry, I got to take a drink. I'm getting wound up. Can you tell? I'm going to take my headphones off because they're not doing anything. I hear nothing. All right, anybody have any questions? Deborah says 30% free leads from making your current list your automated trackable sales force. Way to go, Deborah. Absolutely. Demetrio said my teacher would love me forever. All right. Joe asked the question. Slow down, take a break. I'm wound up. What other systems do I have to integrate with UpViral to make the viral funnel work? If you can see my hand, I'm going to turn my screen sharing off. 0. Now, do you have an autoresponder in your business? You probably do, because you do want to be able to send emails to those people after you get them in your list. You need to have an autoresponder. ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, one of those kinds of tools. A CRM could be Infusionsoft. It could be Entreport. All these things work. You're going to need that to be able to email those people, because UpViral won't do it. UpViral has got campaign emails in it, but it doesn't have all the other stuff. You have to have a sales system. You probably have to have a website. You have to have normal business tools for everything else. But for doing this, you need nothing else. You can do all of your landing pages, all of your sharing pages inside of UpViral. You don't have to have a ClickFunnels or a Lead Pages or any of those other tools. You don't have to have a WordPress site. None of that stuff. You can do it all inside of UpViral. All of my pages where I'm doing lead gen, I shouldn't say all. I have a couple of pages in Searchy, which is a whole nother topic. But all of my lead gen stuff where I'm having somebody opt in is done inside of UpViral with UpViral hosted landing pages. Oh my gosh. GBENGA. Apologize. Benga? Jabenga? That sounds African. Jabenga. I'm sorry, I'm butchering names. Will it work with new webinar platforms like Webinar Kit? All right, so let me go back to sharing. Now, in this picture, I have UpViral pointing down to the database, and then right, the first person in, you're probably going to send them a gift to in email. Nigeria, bless your heart. Did I say it anywhere close to right? Sorry. This is an UpViral depiction. Now, will it work with Webinar Kit? UpViral has the ability to send those leads at the same time over to your autoresponder, your webinar server, your other function, your CRM. there is a list of tools that UpViral supports, and it's about 40 of them. There's also inside of UpViral an HTML form. So if Webinar Kit has an HTML form that you could put on somebody else's website or your own website to get people to sign up, then it will work with UpViral. If that doesn't work, you can always just export the leads and import them over into your autoresponder. Or you could use something like Zapier, Pabbly, Integromat, some of these other tools that are Zapier-like, so that every new lead gets automatically zapped over to your CRM. So yes, that works like a charm. Any of those functions, yes, you can get those leads over into your other system. Deborah said in the chat, whoever asked the tools question, it was Joe, sounds like you aren't UpViral just yet. Go grab this trial offer for UpViral with the Copilot special for 30 days. Everywhere else, it's 14 days. But if you go to the upviral.com/special-copilot, I assume that still works because otherwise Deborah wouldn't share it. But that will get you a 30-day trial. Let's see if I can just click that and see what happens. It seems to work. So if I bring that over here, that's not my thing. Cookies thing. So the UpViral 30 days. So that is the 30-day trial. That does work. Thank you, Deborah, for doing that. All right, Demetrios is being really stinky. Just kidding. Let me go back to my slides over here in preview because this one's the key. Using UpViral as the website gatekeeper. Let me see if I can get back to that exact question. How can I set up UpViral as a gatekeeper to my website? In order for anyone to enter my site, they must submit their email. Now, UpViral does not have that functionality. I don't need to, maybe. All right, so let me just go back to here. Oh no, all right, my screen locked up for a second. What we're talking about is this opt-in page being a gatekeeper or a lock to your website. Now, UpViral by itself does not require, it doesn't force anybody. Let's say you're using WordPress. It doesn't by itself force anybody into that scenario where they have to opt in to gain access. If you use the widget form of UpViral, and I haven't really talked about that, but you can use the widget form of UpViral, and on your website, you could do an UpViral pop-up, but even that doesn't require them to give up their email address in order to see the content. They could close that pop-up and not be locked or gate locked into that. What you need is a tool that would force them that they couldn't do anything else. That's not a function that UpViral does, but with the widget, you could use that pop-up, whatever tool that works, and you could theoretically connect that to UpViral and bring that data in and then show them the second page, the thank you page or the share page, and ask them to share with others. And by the way, you can always get people back to the thank you page or the share page later. Jeff says, let me back up. Maybe through an autoresponder, Demetrios. Yes, you can bring people back to the landing page, to the sharing page, but that doesn't mean they're locked. I took it to be literal in that you couldn't get past the opt-in without to see the web page without doing something else. An autoresponder is an after the fact sending them an email thing. That's not locking the front page. Jeff says if you use WordPress, you could embed an opt-in form on a page and make that your homepage? Yes. I still don't know that that would force people to, I mean, if you're truly talking about a gatekeeper where they have to give up their email address, that's an optional thing, right? That's optional. Deborah says, back in the day, many websites would have an enter gatekeeper, but it got dropped because it stopped conversions. Better to have a really great, compelling offer, an UpViral offer, in the top section of your website homepage. I agree. You're better off giving them, this is Mitch's opinion, you're better off giving them a great offer, right? Like this bonus incentive. If you opt in and refer one person, I'm going to give you a $97 course, blah, blah, blah. That lock would be a better, an offer like that would be better than just locking them from the content. I think Jeff said it right. Give them a carrot instead of hitting them with a stick, right? Let's give them the ability to know, like, and trust you, as opposed to you going, you gotta give me this. Deborah also said a full lock could be a membership site. And I didn't close my door. Trying to make it quieter for my wife, Connie, out in the other room, so she doesn't have to hear me so much, because I am loud. Deborah said, Jeff has a much better way to do it. Email and exchange. This is Demetrios for a free course. Refer 5 and they get a free mobile personal app. Sure. Any of those things where you're dangling in front of them an incentive that is absolutely, as my good friend Bradley, I don't know why I couldn't come up with his name. Bradley loves to say, give them an offer that they would crawl through broken glass to get, and then you've got it. So that's the key, right? Finding the perfect offer, the dangle, the ethical bribe in front of them. Said, if you do this, I'll give you that. That's the key to the process. Deborah also said, Demetrios, if I can't see your content, I'm not going to give up my email because I don't know if your content is worth it. That's the thing that I was trying to say earlier. Thank you, Deborah. Exactly right. If you're putting up that kind of a block to me, and I'm laughing because I just saw a website that did that. And I wrote to them and said, that's not the right thing to do, because you just made me mad by forcing me to do a survey. All right, Steve, Thailand. Demetrius, you could do that with ConvertBox quite easily. I didn't know I love ConvertBox. I have ConvertBox. And I didn't know that ConvertBox, Steve, would do an absolute lock. So that's new to me. And yes, that would be one way of doing it, but I still advise that's not the best way to do it. Get them to opt in, yes. Give them an offer, yes, but don't force them. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Joe says, I got to go for a meeting. I will join the 30-day trial. Thank you very much, Joe. And don't forget, come back to the UpViral Copilot Show every Tuesday, plug, because we're going to give you great ways to build your business. That's what we're here for. We're not just here to sell you UpViral, okay? What we want you to do is to get you moving in your business and growing your list and generating revenue and serving people with your great stuff. Thanks, Mr. A. You're welcome, Joe. Mr. J. His last name is Johnson. All right, Joe Johnson, now appearing weekly on the Copilot Show. All right, so now I hope you guys have gotten the concept here, right? Does anybody have any questions? It's 9:45 my time. It's 45 minutes into the show. I want to make sure we're going to try to wrap this up in an hour. Do you believe it? Unless you got lots of questions. Now, let me show you a couple more things. If you have questions, let me know. what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over behind the scenes to my, is it possible to integrate UpViral with ConvertBox? Guess what? The answer is heck yes. As a matter of fact, I have done that before. I've recorded training on that before. It's not available in the UpViral group or anything, but Ulrich, if you'll reach out to me, I will get you that. Ulrich. Is it possible to integrate UpViral into ConvertBox? So here's the key, and this is the key. This is the key. This is, I said that four times. This is one of the things that UpViral does that I don't believe any or very few of the other tools do. So, Yuli, thank you. How do I do? If I could, I don't have a quick example. I don't have one just off the top of my head. Maybe I do. Let me try something really fast. If I go to Safari, I know you can't see my screen. Here and by. All right, here is one. Damn it, I bet it's, well, here's one. All right. Share my screen. You are screen sharing. This is a website that I am using. It is, and I mentioned to you earlier that I'm doing all of my marketing with UpViral. And I said I was doing UpViral hosted pages. This is actually a website trying to offer a tool called Searchy, which is one of my other big things that I absolutely love. Searchy is a great tool. And what I want people to do is to be able to sign up for my newsletter. So this pop-up right here is ConvertBox. Steve says it's very small. Let me hit plus. Let me see if I can make this bigger. All right. Does that help? This is a ConvertBox pop-up. You see in the background, there's a black page, but this is a ConvertBox. Oops, I need to make it that big. This is ConvertBox. And if I were to fill this in, actually it is filled in, and I click this, what I use in the background here as part of ConvertBox, which is the training I was talking about, Yuli, just a minute ago, is that I convert this into that thing that I was saying that unique to UpViral is called the one-click sign-up. What it does is it converts that link into an opt-in kind of link to UpViral. If I click this, you will see that it will go to my UpViral hosted page, and this is the sharing page. So if I come back over here to preview, and this is what I was going to show you next, but we can talk about it. What that one-click sign up does is it takes you directly to this page. And let me just go back to the funnel page. The one-click sign up is like an arrow straight into the thank you page. So, or straight into here, turns them into a lead. UpViral records them, sends them an email, and then they end up on the thank you page or the share page. And that's what's going on here. This is the sharing page. This is not the opt-in to this particular campaign. Demetrio says, solve it with a URL redirect. Basically, that's true. If you look up here, my Zoom, a little window just got in my way. If you look here in the URL, you see that there is the thank you page, if you're familiar with the way UpViral works. The UV name is, this is the one-click sign up with my UV email with planetmitch@giveawayrocket.com. That's the stuff that was on the previous page. So UpViral has this function that takes people and it signed me up instantly in UpViral this campaign. And then it showed me the sharing page. Now, this is an advanced topic. I don't expect Joe or anybody else to do the together to do this right now. I want you to build your first campaign first. Don't do this. This is crazy. Steve says, how did you link them together? Well, that's the thing that's in that training that I was talking about. Steve, if you message me, I will get that training to you. It's a function inside ConvertBox that lets me build that URL and send people to it when they click the opt-in button. Demetrios says, I point my domain to an UpViral landing page. Yes, you do. And you notice that this is a custom domain, gettraining.searchyhubs.com. That's my custom domain for this campaign. And UpViral takes care of that. I am not doing anything fancy with URL redirects that you were talking about before. And no, you can't do that and have this work. Deborah said, using UpViral gives you the tracking capability over regular URL redirect. You don't want to be trying to muck up things. UpViral gives you all this functionality. I happen to just build a function inside a ConvertBox to do this. This is advanced. This is bonus stuff that I'm not really trying to teach you today. Jabenga, I did it wrong again. How do I promote to my old list without a squeeze page so they don't sign up 2 times but can see the share page? That's exactly what this one-click sign up does. Let me go show you in UpViral what I'm talking about. Let me go. So here's my newsletter sign up that I'm talking about. This is exactly this. Well, this isn't that campaign. This is my newsletter that I was talking about before. If you go to the promote tab, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. This one-click sign up link, and we have a whole show where I talk about it. There is a co-pilot show where we talk about using the one-click sign up. I'm pretty sure, I don't remember which episode, and it probably wasn't the show by itself. So Deborah's going to go look up the link, and I don't think I actually called it that. That's why I'm struggling. I know there's a video in the UpViral group that talks about this, and I will try to post that link if I can remember. But this, Gabenga, this link is the one that will, if you send this to your old list, notice that I'm going to scroll out here. This UV email, if you put this, and you get to pick your tool, right? So if you're using drip, it will give you the proper syntax for drip to go substitute when you send this to your list. This one-click sign up will bypass the opt-in page, which is your question. Deborah says it was October 27th of 2020. Thank you, Deborah. Awesome. Olu says, could you please give me the training you mentioned to Steve as well? If you just message me on Facebook Messenger, if you go to facebook.com/planetmitch, you can get me on Messenger there, and I will send you that training. I can't just post the link right here. I don't have it in front of me, and my little tool that does all my text shortcuts doesn't work right now, so I can't just crank that out. I especially don't even know what the link is right now. So anyway, now we've gotten way off topic. So let me go back to preview. So this is the process. This is the process for Demetrios, it's almost 1 a.m. here in Australia. Bless your heart. I'll ring the bell for you for staying up so late. Must go to bed. I need matchsticks to hold my eyes open. How often are these webinars? Every week, Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel. It's, I guess, midnight Wednesday morning for you when it starts. Anyway, so Tuesday, 10 a.m. Eastern time, USA time. And thank you for being here, Demetrios. There are gobs and gobs of shows coming. Next Tuesday, by the way, while we're here and the show's almost over, next Tuesday is going to be a co-pilot show where, almost said, Danny, the lead developer, the product manager, and I are going to discuss a new feature that's coming. So tune in next week. You can watch the replays again on YouTube, on Facebook. It's much better being here live, isn't it? All those places are available inside your UpViral dashboard, etc. Now, I want to finish off with a couple of things. Thank you, Deborah's got the link for the one-click sign up. There's a video and it's in the Facebook group too. So she's giving you the Facebook group link. Thank you so much for that, Deborah. Now, I want to go back to the very first thing that I showed you, this one. The same process is true for all of these. Now, there are some nuances to some of them. For example, a product launch formula. If you're doing the Jeff Walker style product launch formula, there's going to be like 4 pages and 4 videos. You're going to need to use an UpViral widget for that. You're not going to embed it in ClickFunnels or Lead Pages or one of those tools. It's not going to be the strict 2 pages that I've just shown you, but you still can use UpViral for all of that. If you go look at the Gabe Schillinger case study in the UpViral case studies, and what I'm simply talking about, if you go to UpViral, VIRAL shop, not shop, that's my site, UpViral.com, and you go to resources, there's case studies. Look at that, it was right there when I popped in. Go to case studies and look for the Gabe, that's G-A-B-E, Schillinger. Don't worry about the last spelling, just look for Gabe, I think. And you will find his campaign, and he used a product launch formula kind of style. But he did use UpViral for that. All right, Olu, thanks, Mitch. I'll send you a message. My first time ever, my name being called out on a webinar, and I've attended loads, and you pronounced my name correctly. Hooray! He's ringing the bell for me. Thank you. And I said he, maybe you're a she. I don't know, and I apologize for botching that. Gender. Any case study for a wait list? Good question. Christopher says, sent you a message. Right. Nice to meet you, Christopher. Thank you. A case study for a wait list. I'm not that familiar with every case study that's out there, but here's something that is very interesting. So a great question, Claudia. Let me go back to this JPEG, the funnel, and let me, I'm a she. Thank you, Olu. Thank you very much. And glad to give your name a shout out here on the Copilot Show. You come next week and I'll shout you out again. How's that? A wait list. Claudia wants to know about a wait list. Now, I do not have a unique special link for that. But guess what? Imagine in your head, actually, imagine in UpViral, you have an opt-in page and a thank you page. You create a campaign in UpViral. It's probably just easier if I do this. Now, this is my newsletter, all right? This is just a newsletter sign up. If I go to the design template, there are simply 2 pages, okay? There are 2 pages here. This is the lead page. This is the share page or the thank you page. So both pages are shown here. Now, I happen to have 2 opt-in pages. Don't let that confuse you. But imagine if I took this page and I come in here and I just do clone and I changed the wording on this page to say, hey, my newsletter is coming in 2 weeks. sign up now, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to get you a blah, 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 right? Wait list. You turn that one on. Let's just suppose this is the newsletter one, but let me just make this, and I'm going to copy it so I don't have to change it later. But let's say this is a wait list page. And I turn this one on and I turn this one off and I do save. Now, if this page says the stuff about, hey, coming in 2 weeks is going to be my newsletter, it's going to rock, you really want to sign up for this, I got a special offer for you. This is the same campaign in 2 weeks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this one off. I can't do that until I turn this one on, but I'm going to turn this one on and this one off. And now I am no longer in waitlist mode. I am in launch mode. Okay. Olu says, deal, you're a hoot. Thank you. I like to be fun. I like this to be engaging. I hope you learn lots and lots from the show. So you can do a wait list. Okay, who's got bells going off on your head, right? Bell or not danger. Let's see. Or how about this one? As opposed to, if you got the going on in your head, then let me know. Deborah says, ding, ding, ding. You can put a wait list on any of your campaigns. Let me say that again. You can put a wait list on any of your campaigns. You don't have to have a special separate UpViral campaign. Everybody that opts in for your wait list is automatically in the campaign after you switch these pages. Now, obviously, you're going to also have a separate social sharing page for the waitlist period. All of this is doable inside of UpViral right now. No special training needed other than what I just showed you. Now, you might have different incentives. You might not. You might have different emails. You might have to switch a couple of emails when the things go live versus not. But all of this is quite easily doable inside of one UpViral campaign. No special training needed. Bang, you can do it right now today. So thank you, Claudia, for asking that. So Claudia's back. Welcome, Claudia. I know you never left. What if I'd like to build some hype before launching a news mastermind and I want people to spread the word? What would you do? I just told you. Do a wait list. Do what I just told you. This is how you do that. You build a wait list. You build a special pre-launch. You build a whatever you want to call it to build hype. You dangle in front of them an offer. This is also the same thing that I'm talking about with a challenge. For example, if you want to do a challenge, there's a pre-challenge period and a challenge period. During the challenge it's running on. You can have people inviting people, getting them excited before the challenge launches by doing this. You heard it from me first. I've just blown your mind. This is all important stuff because this is stuff you can do inside of UpViral right now today. All of it. Now, Claudia says, I'm excited. Thank you. Now, there's obviously some planning you need to do, some pre-prep. There's some pages you got to build, but you can do it all inside of UpViral. Now, what I want you to do if you're new is don't do all that stuff I just talked about because it's going to confuse you. If you're new, don't try to do a wait list on top of a contest or anything else. Start with the basics. Just build a campaign. Do a lead magnet. And I'm going to talk about that just a second if you'll stick with me. I know we're over the hour. Start with the basics first. Take your tiny little steps. Start small. Don't give... I have a client that is doing something right now that I did not authorize, but they did it anyway. And they're giving away a trip with a couple of $1,000s in bonus cash. And it's not working as well as they had hoped. Don't start with the big prizes. Start small. Learn the process. Start small. Learn the process. I'm going to tell you again, start small. Learn the process. Add the bells and whistles later. Claudia, run a campaign first. Claudia says, I have to keep it simple. It is my first campaign. Yes, please just learn the process first. Do a lead magnet campaign. I'm going to show you that process here in just a second. Don't start with a contest that has a wait list, that has a post-campaign thing and 50 different prizes and bonus incentives. Please don't start there. Start small. If you can, start with the lead magnet because it's simple. You already probably have one right now. All you got to do is add some stuff to it, a little bit of stuff. So when somebody opts in, let me just show it to you. Let me switch over here and just show it to you. So we're talking about the same thing, not that one. Where'd it go? A lead magnet. All right, share my screen. Take it. I need a drink. This is not vodka. This is just pure water. Oh, shoot. I missed a question over on Facebook 6 minutes ago from Dare Mood. How do purchases work on UpViral? You don't offer purchases, especially not in the first campaign or two. You can do it. If you look at the Gabe Schillinger, Steve says, anyone that says that is drinking vodka. Funny. Those of you who know me will know that I don't drink because it just puts me to sleep. Ulrich or Yuli says purchases offer coupons instead. Yes, there's gobs and gobs of different ways of doing this stuff. If you offer people a coupon, then they become a buyer, right? If they refer 3 people, then give them a 25%, 30%, give them something significant. They become a buyer, and now you've got them locked in. So Dare Mood, how do you do purchases? All of that is major conversation, comes after the campaign where you can offer this. But, I started to say the Gabe Schillinger example, he offered a product during the campaign to purchase. So you can go look at that if you want to as well. Jan from the Facebook group says, great advice. Thanks. So Darmood says somewhere on this page, where does it say after purchases? I'm sorry. I misunderstood the question. So when I said after purchases, what I was talking about, I don't have a diagram for it, but it's a thank you page, right? Thank you for your purchase. Basically what it says is thank you for your purchase. Hey, by the way, if you refer 3 people, I'm going to give you a 50% off coupon. Or I'm going to give you this other free thing that's in my store. Deborah just posted the Gabe Schillinger link. So if you're logged in, or if you're on live, you can see that link. Otherwise, it's in the case studies. So again, my point on this page is anywhere you are giving people an opt-in, even after a purchase, they've opted in, right? If they bought something, they have opted in. You can still ask them to buy something or to share with other people. That was my point there, and I apologize, I misunderstood your question. All right, the last thing that I wanted to show you was this lead magnet funnel. Now, guess what? Do you see much difference between this and the other one? Now, other than this has a pretty picture on it because I generated this from a live campaign at the time, but there's direct traffic. There's a lead magnet opt-in. They become a lead. They're added to the email list. They go download the free thing, the gift that you asked them to opt in to get. You don't put it, by the way, on the thank you page. You make them go open their emails and put you not in the spam box, but they put you in the main list of not the promotions tab, not the other stuff, but in the main part of your inbox, if you're using Gmail, for example, go get that in your email. That way they become used to having you, putting you in the major part of your opt-in, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying it. And then you offer them a bonus for referring X number of people. Guess what? It's the same page as this one. It's the same process. It may be formatted a little bit differently, but it's an opt-in. It's a thank you page. You're asking them to share. You're giving them a bonus incentive. Does that make sense, you guys? Boys, girls, men, women, us, they, them, we, they, them. I'm still learning pronouns, gender pronouns. All right. So if I go back here, I'll just stay here. So pretend, for DAR mode, pretend this is the, hey, do you want to buy this thing? If so, they buy it, they become a lead. You give them a thank you page. On that thank you page, you say, hey, by the way, would you share? If so, I'm going to give you this bonus. If you get a certain number of points, X number of referrals, whatever your bonus redemption is, okay? Webinar sign up. Hey, opt-in webinar. We're going to have a webinar next Tuesday, 10 o'clock a.m. Central or Eastern time. Opt in for that. They become a lead on the thank you page that says, hey, you're registered for the webinar. Thank you so much. By the way, if you invite 3 people to the webinar and they opt in, right? They have to opt in. I'm going to give you a bonus 1-hour training that is not going to be seen by everybody that comes to the webinar. I'm not going to even mention it. It's a secret. But you can get there. It's exclusive to only you who refer 3 people. Guess what? I didn't change the page. I just did a webinar opt-in with this funnel. I'm going to go here again. A survey. Christoph, you're welcome. Hope to see you next week. Thank you for popping in. Order confirmation, which is basically the same thing as after a purchase, right? You're doing a summit. You're getting people into a membership. Here's one thing that I think people are doing wrong. Facebook group sign up. Why are people asking people these questions on the front end of the Facebook group sign up? Why are they sending people to the Facebook group? Why don't you send your people to an opt-in page that says, hey, this is a Facebook group. It's really great. I'm going to do X, 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 Y, 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 Z, Z, Z in that Facebook group. You really should sign up. They become a lead. On the thank you page, you give them a link to the Facebook group. Bingo, they're in. But you also say, by the way, if you refer 3 people, I'm going to give you a special training that nobody else is ever going to see. I'm going to send you this PDF of 10 top tips. I'm going to send you whatever, coupon from my store that nobody else gets unless they opt in. Get people to sign up for your Facebook group this way, and they're going to refer others, and they're going to help you grow your business. This could be a contest on top of that. You could say, every month I'm going to give away a $100 Amazon gift card to somebody who has referred 3 people. And in order to be qualified, you have to refer 3 people to the group, blah, blah, blah. All kinds of freaking different ways that you can use UpViral. Are you guys making light bulbs in your heads? Are things... Claudia said, if I send an opt-in page for promoting a Facebook page or group, where do I ask those Facebook questions? If you still want to ask questions, you can still ask those on the Facebook group. You can still do that. You could do a survey. I have clients that have done surveys as the front end. Instead of this opt-in page, you can do a survey. It's an advanced feature. I don't advise anybody to start this. Claudia, I know you said that you haven't run your first campaign yet. But I have done Typeform. Typeform's very popular. I've done a tool called Block Survey. You replace this opt-in page with a survey, and if you know how to use the tool like Typeform or Block Survey or any of these tools, you do that one-click sign-up that I was talking about earlier, send them to the thank you page. They become a lead inside of UpViral. On the thank you page, you ask them to share, blah, blah, blah. Same process. The process is the same for all of these things. There's just little nuances to every one of them. Are there fewer signups if you do a survey on the front? Hell yes. People don't always want to do a survey. Is it better for you? Do you get higher quality people because they took the time to answer the survey? Hell yes. Interestingly enough, one of the clients, Gene, who's often here, he was getting 73% completions on his surveys, if I remember correctly. I may have the number wrong, but he was getting 73%, I think, conversions on the front end for his surveys. I think that's pretty good. I think it's outstanding. I can't guarantee you'll get those kind of numbers, but the key is to have the right offer, to ask the people the right questions. And when they finish the survey, if you offer them a contest or this bonus for filling in the survey, then on the opt-in or on the thank you page, you offer them another bonus for referring others, etc. You get more people on the front end. I had a doctor that was doing this process with an opt-in survey. He used Typeform. We set that up. All kinds of different ways of using UpViral. This should be just getting you totally fired up. Every one of these processes and more can be done with UpViral. Absolutely. And I've done, I think I've done every one of these. Not totally sure, but I think I have. The key is to change your mindset. Take every bit of your marketing that you do now where there is an opt-in and put it on steroids. 10%. Let's suppose your lead magnets don't do so well. Let me go back to my lead magnet. And I have not promoted this, so I'm going to be flat out honest, right? I have 32 direct leads on my newsletter sign up. I have 3 referrals. It's not converting like I would like. But the point is, I never would have gotten those 3 referrals if I didn't have this offer. That's 3 more than I would have had otherwise. That's 10%, right? 32, 3 divided by 32, that's 10%. Who doesn't want 10% more leads? Who doesn't want more leads? 10%, 20%, 30%, 300% that my friend AJ got. It's all possible. I'll go back to this plaque. 43% of all my leads inside of UpViral for all the campaigns I've done for clients, and I've done so many more campaigns, way more than 250,000 in other people's accounts. These are just the ones in my account. 250,000 lead. 43% of those were free leads. 43%. 43%. Claudia says, think option or thank you page, think UpViral, get more leads. Exactly. That's why I'm building my business around this process and teaching people how to do this. This is why people come to me, because once they see it, the light bulbs go off and they're like, why wouldn't I do this? Why would I use any other tool? And yes, you can use other tools, but shh, we don't want you using other tools, because UpViral, in my opinion, and they're not paying me just to say this. This is my opinion. It was my opinion before they brought me on for this show. That's why they brought me on, because my opinion has always been, and I've tried the other tools, There are some good features in the other tools. UpViral does more of these things easily. If you go, I'll tell you, if you go to something like Perkzilla, or there's several other tools, I shouldn't mention all the names, they will let you do a contest, or they will let you do a referral campaign. You can't do both. I want to do both. I want to do a contest that refers other people. I want to offer incentives to people who refer. But no, the way they have their campaigns set up, you can only do a contest, or you can only do a referral campaign. You can't do the same, both of those things in the same tool. Why the hell would you want that tool? And I picked on one tool. There's lots of them out there. And as far as I know, very few of them do any of the stuff that UpViral does. Deborah, great idea. Support the UpViral Copilot show and attendees. Leave a comment in the Facebook group with your top takeaway from today's show. Great idea. Thank you, Deborah. The ways you can use UpViral: challenges, webinar signups, product launch formulas, opt-ins, blah. Last count, I had 24 things on that full list. The list I showed you was not the full list, but every time I think of something different, I add it to the list. Virtually any place you add an opt-in form, you can get bonus leads on the back end by asking people to share. It's just a matter of changing your mindset, like Deborah or Claudia said. Claudia said, if you got a thank you page, ask people to share. The problem is nobody's ever thought about asking people to share, and you give them an incentive. If only 10% of the people do it, that's 10% more leads than you would have gotten last month. Go back to my $1 per lead per month thing, $78,000 per year if you add 1,000 new leads per month. Maybe you can't do 1,000. Maybe you can only do 100. $7,800 a year if you can only do 100 per month. Why wouldn't you want that extra? You're also serving more people. Deborah says, today's Copilot show content is invaluable. Your passion and enthusiasm is massively encouraging. Thank you, Deborah. Ring the bell. Thank you so much for that. How about some applause? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is what I do. This is what I am inspiring people to do. Please think about doing this in your own business. And I'll go back on what I said before. So many people tell me that UpViral is expensive. It is frickin' the cheapest thing on the planet. I'm paying, I don't think I want to say $200 a month for active campaign. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of other tools. I'm paying $100 a month for my accounting. I'm paying gobs of money for other tools. This is the only one that is adding revenue to my business. Claudia says, I will share a giveaway on Facebook page as a thank you for today. Thank you so much, Claudia. I appreciate that. If you really want to go gangbusters, tell the folks over at UpViral what you think. Claudia, bless your little heart. You can quote me anytime. Quote, Claudia said micro-influencers, or think opt-in page, thank you page, think UpViral. I can't use the second part because I'm already doing that. Sorry, I'm not going to give you credit for that. That's why I have an entire program to teach people how to do that. And I have my own phrases for that. But I will say Claudia told me the idea about micro-influencers because I think that's a great one. I appreciate that, Claudia. And I do typically try to remember to quote or credit the people who give me some of these tips. Because a lot of times when you're teaching stuff like this, there are other people who have taught you bits, right? And I try to give people for that. Claudia says, okay, just for the micro influencers, that is okay. You're welcome. Any questions? Anybody else with questions? Because I do want to try to not go 4 hours like I sometimes do. But as you know, as you know, you've seen, I can be pretty passionate about this. There are gobs and gobs. There's a year and a couple of extra bonuses. There's a year of these Copilot shows already in the can. You can get lost inside of those Copilot shows. All of it is free to you. You don't even have to have UpViral, but if you don't have UpViral by the end of this, then I don't know, I shouldn't be mean, but you need to, I would encourage you to think about ways you can use this tool in your business. And I have given you plenty of those thoughts today. Every place you are using a thank you page, you can use UpViral. And if you have any questions, I'm always available in the Facebook group. I may not respond instantly, but inside the Facebook UpViral group, I am there. I'm available. Deborah, for those of you who are just here in the chat, Perline says it's 11:30 in Singapore. I'm logging out. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you again next week. Deborah is giving you this long list of all the things we've talked about today for resources. Claudia, how to send a campaign for your review during the show again. You should have gotten a reminder in the email from UpViral. I don't think it probably will come next week. Next week is Danny, the UpViral product manager, and I are going to talk about a new feature, and we're going to do some Q&A. I don't know if I can sneak in a review, but there is there's a question form in that will send that campaign to me. If you don't get that, or you don't see it in one of your emails, you can always just hit me up on Messenger, and I will put that on the list for the next show. It was not in the reminder email probably for today because it wasn't the Q&A show. I think that reminder about the reviews is only in the Q&A show, but that should be coming out next week if I understand everything correctly. Jeff says, got some new ideas today. Thank you, Mitch. You are welcome. I am happy to do these shows. I love talking about this stuff. And I'm absolutely convinced that this can make you money. There you go. There's the cash register again. Any other questions before I wrap this up? And thank you so much for your participation and your questions in the show. Claudia, thank you for your micro influencers tip. Oh, how would you, Bob, I missed this. I apologize because you sent it only to panelists. How would you use it for Facebook lead ads? Now, there's two ways actually to do that. I mentioned that in that list. A lead ad in Facebook, I'm not a Facebook ads person, okay? That's the number one caveat. But my understanding is, and I haven't done this in forever, but with a lead ad, what you're trying to do is to gather leads. I know that UpViral, let me rephrase that, Connectio, that was a tool that UpViral, Wilco and team were selling. It's still available. I won't go any farther than that. You can still get Connectio. Connectio leads, I think, whichever one. Anyway, you can connect Connectio with UpViral and a lead ad. I know that's possible. I've done it before. I don't know specifically because I haven't run a lead ad in quite a while, but I believe you can give them a URL to go to at the end of that process, and that URL could be crafted to be the UpViral Copilot, the UpViral one-click sign up. Deborah said, I posted in the UpViral group. Number one takeaway from the Copilot show. The power of micro-influencers using an UpViral funnel. I'm going to steal that as a title. The overview was covered on it today. Look for the replay. Thank you, Deborah. Challenge others today on the call to go share your top takeaway. And I agree. What will help UpViral, what will help me, is to invite others, and it'll help you because you'll get used to the idea of asking others. I mean, that's all we're really doing here is asking others to be a micro-influencer, using Claudia's word. Get them to help somebody else come build their business, because that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about just giving away money or anything else. We're talking about Betty getting Connie or Joanne to help them grow their business. If you've seen the passion, you've seen the power, you've seen the capabilities from today's show, give them a link to the YouTube replay. I don't have that because it's not there yet. If you give them a link to the Facebook group and they're not a member of the Facebook group, they're probably not going to sign up, but you could give them the link to the YouTube replay of this show. Send that to your friend. You could then give them the Copilot 30-day link for the trial. They could sign up for UpViral and try it themselves. And I don't know if you remember this. I don't think we've really talked about it. And I think we're going to talk about it next week. That's the deal. UpViral is now giving you the ability to have entire campaigns imported into your account. That is freaking amazing to get started with stuff. And I have some offers for that stuff as well if you want to connect with me there. Jeff says, does Deborah work for UpViral? No, Deborah doesn't work for UpViral. Deborah is a friend of mine. We met through the Copilot show, and she and I have chatted offline multiple times. Deborah has been very generous with her time, and what she does is she takes notes from every show. And that's why she's able to pull in these links so quickly, because she has show notes from every freaking UpViral Copilot show that she's attended. She says, Deborah says, I appreciate the effort Mitch puts into this show, and I share my Evernotes. So she's doing it again. Steve says, I will say it again. She should be on the payroll. Steve, don't tell me. Send it into UpViral, because I don't know that they listen to every bit of every one of these shows. I know there's an editor that cuts some of these into smaller chunks, but I don't think that anybody takes these comments. I can't do it because of the relationship. I have told them how valuable Deborah is, but I don't feel like it's my job. I think you guys should go do that for her. Bingo, Deborah. Here you go. Deborah's got it right here. I'm going to ring the bell for Deborah. This is what I want you thinking about. Deborah, bless your heart for thinking about this. Thank you. It's a brilliant idea. Everybody should be doing something like this. I'm going to do, this is Deborah speaking. I'm reading her comment. I am going to do an UpViral campaign where you guys can get my Evernote notes for the shows. See? That's what you need to be thinking about. Everything you do, every piece of content you do, every piece of video you do, theoretically could be a bonus. It could be an incentive. It could be an offer to help people opt in using UpViral. So thank you, Deborah. That was brilliant. Think about what you're doing in your business, content you're producing. You need to be getting people to opt in. You need to be getting them to have an incentive to share with others. All the resources are there. The Copilot shows are there. I probably don't even need to do another ever Copilot show because I've talked about it all. No, not true. But next week's show is going to be Danny. If everything works out, right now he's on vacation. Otherwise, he would have been here today. But next week, Danny will be here. We will be talking about a couple of new features. And you should be here next Tuesday. Every Tuesday, put it on your calendar. I have urged UpViral that they should be creating a calendar so that you guys can subscribe and that it is put inside of your calendar, whether you Google or whatever. Steve Hogland says the chat text here is copy protected. I still have not worked on that. I apologize. I wonder if, and I will make a note. That's not the right pen. I will try to get UpViral to think about that. Because after the show's over, my brain just goes into a whole other mode. Claudia says, yes, Deborah, so inspiring. I am in. I will be here next week too. And again, I apologize. I theoretically, I'm recording this with Zoom, so I theoretically could just post the comments. I don't know. I apologize also. I haven't been watching over in the Facebook group for chats or comments. Jan said, I sent you a private message. Thank you. Good to see you. Good to meet you. Thank you all for being here. I think we're going to wrap this up. Deborah says, grab a screenshot of the links. Yes, you can do that, but that isn't very helpful. I guess it would be if you don't mind typing. Paul says, I do that, Deborah, but text would be helpful. Steve said, click on the links in the chat and go to them later. Yes, you can do that. So there you go. Copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and cut and copy. CNC. So, all right, let's wrap this up. I haven't seen any questions other than that. If you're watching the replay, please comment. Think of something that you had not thought about before, where you could use UpViral. Post it in the comments or do your top takeaway like Deborah said earlier. Bob, you're welcome. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 9 o'clock Central, that's 7 a.m. Pacific, and I have no clue what it is in Europe or anywhere else because my head just doesn't do those conversions. Thanks for watching. We will see you again next week, and as long as things work out, we will be doing a Q&A show with Danny, the product manager, and announcing new features that are coming to you. They're already here. You just don't probably know about it. Deborah says, thanks, Mitch, for being here, sharing your ideas and challenges. Everyone helps everyone here. Thank you. 3 p.m. Irish summertime, Paul says. He also said, thank you, Mitch, and Deborah also. All right, let's wrap this up. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you again next Tuesday on the UpViral Copilot Show. Danny will be here, and we will be talking some really cool UpViral stuff. So tune in. And please tell somebody about the show. Thank you.